Ja, hallo, hallöchen. Und voll wieder gegens Mikro. Eieieiei, ich muss mich an das Ding erst gewöhnen. Hallo, hallöchen. Wie geht's euch heute an diesem wunderschönen Donnerstagabend? Wir haben bald Wochenende. Wuhu, wer freut sich nicht dann? Wir müssen nur morgen durchhalten. Dann können wir die Füße hochlegen und uns es gut gehen lassen. Well, hello to everybody. How are you on this nice Thursday evening? The weekend is coming closer and it's very nice to put the feet up and relax. Today we are in Lithuania. Will be interesting because I wasn't there even just for a small quick peek. Just found some interesting airports here, which will be on the second day here in Lithuania. And yeah, we start here in Trakehner, where we landed last time, where we learned from our Count Sepp, who is unfortunately not here today, that this is the place where the Trakehner horses came from. And then we will fly to the seashore with a stop at Vilnius. I just always mess up this name. I call it Vilnius, why ever, but it's Vilnius, so please forgive me if I take the wrong name. And yeah, I'm looking forward for what we see or don't see. And I think let's start up, get up in the air. Then we will do some reading about Lithuania and its history. And then we will see some beautiful landscapes, some nice lakes, and hopefully a beautiful castle. So let's fire up our Spitfire. We are on live weather. It's about 8:15 in the morning. Local time, local sim time. And thus closing back to our beautiful Spitty, to our lady. Let's see if we have enough fuel. Well, I forgot to fill her up. No, she's filled up. Let's get some music for the startup. I need the right window. So some nice music in the background. So we have alternator, battery, avionics, fuel pump, Speedoid, because I guess it will be cold, bacon, nav, strobe, taxi. Nice. This is open. This is a 1/4 inch. This is gone. We need to open the fuel tanks. We need our magnetos. So let's pump something in there. Red light's gone. Whee. So rudder trim. That's closing and lock. Nice. So, did I forget something? Hope not. Just an... So, this... That's enough. So, then... Tap in the bricks. Not messing up the cable from the headset. Hello? Headset cable, where are you? There it is. Don't need it to stuck in the rudder pedals. That headset was too expensive. So, this is good, this is good. We're here. Standing on the brakes. Up and humming. Woohoo! I like the spitty noise. I like it. What you doing? What's that? I'm afraid. Well, okay. This looks not okay. So it doesn't matter which side we're starting. Not quite. Let's take this way. Dee-dee-bee-dee. I think we take some lawn with us. Addition. Because the runway is short. Very short. Okay. Nothing to see here, nothing to see. So, then trim down, 3% trim. Like the handbook says. Now give it a go. Does not like the wind. Whee! Okay, we clipped some trees. Looking good. Close. Up. Let's go about 2,000, 3,000 feet. Here. Weather's very hazy. Let's take scattered clouds. That looks better. Yeah, that looks better. Let's stay under the clouds. Yay. I like that best. Well, then let's cover some history here. It's Lithuania. It's quite a bit history. So I hope this works now. Yay! Works. Woohoo! Am I on course? I'm on course. With power back. Well, Lithuania is one of 3 Baltic states and lies on the eastern shore of the Baltic Sea. It shares the land borders with Latvia to the north, Belarus to the east and south, Poland to the south, and Kaliningrad Oblast of Russia to the southwest. Lithuania covers an area of 65,300 square kilometers with a population of 2.8 million people. The Lithuanians settled in the eastern Baltic Sea region as early as the middle of the 1st century before Christ. Later, the Germanic, Slavic and Finnish settlers settled here. So there's a pretty long history back from the people who are living here. And they find various pieces of the old in areas you would not believe it. The Lithuanian history is closely linked to the historical development of Poland and Russia. The state emerged from the union of Lithuanian tribes under the Prince of Mindaugas in the 13th century. Well, I don't know if you're familiar with geography and the maps of nowadays, but in the old days, it looked like this. We had Poland down here, the Prussians, some Germany here, and we are actually here. This land border up here is actually looking the same, this bit, from if you compare the map from today with this old one. A bit slower here. In 1386, the Grand Duchy of Lithuania united with the Kingdom of Poland by means of an interest-based marriage policy. The state border included an ethnicality and linguistically heterogeneous population of the Eastern Slavs, Lithuanians, Poles, Jews, Germans, and Tatars. This union was transformed into a real union with Poland around 1569 and represented a kind of double monarchy. And hello Baker Point! Yeah, I did a bit of digging. After the decline of this state structure and the three divisions of Polish-Lithuanian state, the Grand Duchy of Lithuania was incorporated by the Russians. There they again, the Russians. It was only after the First World War, 1918, that Lithuania gained its sovereignty. But as early as 1940s, the country was effectively forced to be integrated into the Soviet Union because it had nothing to oppose the Russians and their expansionist behavior. As part of the Hitler-Stalin Pact of 1939, Lithuania has been assigned to the Soviet sphere of influence. In 1941, the German Wehrmacht conquered Lithuania, but in summer 1944 it was reconquered by the Soviets and became a Soviet republic. In the years after 1945, there was still resistance, formed armed partisan groups against the Soviet rule, but this largely collapsed in the 1950s. I don't know, Baker. With the liberalization of the Soviet Union in the second half of the 1980s, Lithuania once again voiced a call for sovereignty. However, the Moscow central government responded to the declaration of independence on 11th of March in 1919 with economic sanctions, tank marches, and repressive measures, it was not prepared to give up the territorial integrity of the Soviet Union. They had a long way to go, the Lithuanians, to be, well, be a state of their own, not dependent on other people. 13 fatalities were to be lamented. It was not until a year and a half later, on September the 6th, 1991, that the Soviet leadership was weakened in terms of power and politics, gave in and recognized the independence of Lithuania and other Baltic states. Hello, hello, Ting. Greetings to you. Servus, mein Schatz. The cities of Lithuania are Klaipėda, Šiauliai, Penevasius, Kaunas, and Alytus, aside from the capital, Vilnius. So, that's a short stroke for the history. Let's see where we are on the map. There we are. Bit too high, but whatever. So how's it going, Baker? Everything fine? Pity. Sehr südländisch, was die uns da... Yeah, our next stop will be a national park. Zukia National Park. Well, let's look from the outside. Quite a nice scenery. Not much industrialization. And some tasty tea. Which I need to be careful not to sip too fast because it's incredibly hot. This mug holds everything warm for hours and hours. There's a TB9er. Oh, that's the Mettelö Regional Park below us, around that lake. So we will fly to the right. We are right above. We are right above the Tsukai National Park. Looks very peaceful here. This park is the largest protected area in Lithuania with 697 square kilometers and the country's most extensive forest. 91% of the park area is forested mainly with pines. 30 rivers and streams flow here. Well, enjoyed by kayakers and anglers. Footpaths and bicycle routes are for dry exploration of the nature. The key locations may be accessed by cars. In this park, living 54. I just turn around and the numbers. 54 mammal species and almost 200 bird species. Yeah, drop the bass, Baker. People's life in what is now the national park has been always intertwined with the forests. Berries and mushrooms foraging is still a source of food and income. Hollowed pines dot the area. They had been used by beekeepers decades or centuries ago. Equally numerous are the remains of Stone Age and Bronze Age settlements from the past millennia. It looks like a bit mystical. When the morning fog is quite up in the air. During the Soviet occupation from 1944 to 1990, the forest became a home to thousands of people forced out of their villages who joined the guerrilla campaign for Lithuanians' freedom. The massive woods provided shelter for years, but sadly the partisans were defeated by the late 1950s. Graves and crumbling entrenchments are their sole remains. Yeah, Mrs. Kitty looks like a fluff ball. Down below, yes, this national park. Very foresty. Like, ah, that's sweet of you, Phantom. Thank you. How are you, buddy? How did the day treat you? Ooh, yeah. Well, then, congratulations about that. It's every time to the good feeling if you have accomplished something. I know what you mean. I'm happy for you. I hope you can enjoy your weekend then. We are in Lithuania, over a national park, one of the many. And soon we will be at our first stop. And yeah, I'm curious about if I get her up in the air again. Because I just took very short runways. And it will get even better on this tour in Lithuania. And on our second day here, I found a nice little spot where we can do some, racing stuff. Just for fun. So maybe you can join on Saturday. You can also join now if you like to, but I guess you're at work. Or something. Would appreciate it. I keep forgetting where on our globe are you settled? Somewhere America. Ah, okay. So, I guess it's about 5 p.m.? Oh. Damn it. I guessed wrong. Yeah, she's loaf. Because she could not cuddle with me or with my husband. Because we're both gaming. And when I'm sitting that I can use the rudder pedals, this is not comfy enough for Mrs. Kitty. So she is such a poor kitty. She has to sleep on the cat tree between our two computers. Well, poor Mrs. Kitty. Very poor Mrs. Kitty. We especially positioned that cat tree between our computers for her. For our little Missy. Well, little. She will get 11 years old in summer. She will be 11 years old in summertime. Somewhere around June, I guess. Our little lady. You can believe me, she has quite some teenager attitude. She's talking back. So, well, let's see. Where is that small little strip I wanted to land? I think she has some good genes. She actually chose my mom to be her human, but mom has a cat hair allergy, so she could not take her. That's why we have her. She was a camping site kitty who had enough of the camping site. Somewhere beneath my nose should be that runway. Yeah, much more comfortable. And no worry for food. She has quite a taste. But she's an idiot as well. She's an easy to care for kitty. Where is my runway? Or grass strip or place to land? Could it be there? Oh, that's it. Is it? Looks like. Yeah, that's what. That was it. This will be interesting. So, you can place bet. Uh-huh. That's a challenge. You can place bets if I stick my nose into the dirt. Gear down. Gear is down. Not stalling wouldn't be good. What an opening storm. Barn doors. Oh, there's a Concorde in the sky. No, 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 no. Okay. No. Okay. That was a stall. That was a not pretty stall. Haven't had that for a long time. Let's cheat here a bit. Nothing to see, nothing to see, yeah. Let's try that again. Shall we? Is this high enough? Nose down. The thing is, it's good nothing can happen. So there's our runway. The runway begins with that white spot. There. Okay. I was too fast and too high. Without breakage, there is no learnage. I don't want to know how many pilots had that problem in real life. And yeah, that price was a bit higher than pressing Y and getting some altitude. So there's that white patch. This is after where the runway begins. Gear coming down. I think it's with these old planes like that. So. Not too slow, not too slow. So after that white and down. Woohoo! Nice. Whoopee! I'm sure he can explain this. He's the pro. I would be wondering if he could not explain that. This little airport thingy, hangar, whatever you want to call it, is actually from Flight Sim TO, a freeware. Looks nice. For a static one. And we see we have almost no wind. So let's go there where we came from. Yeah. Looks good. Let's see if we're clipping the trees. And starting up again. This wasn't even the hardest or shortest to land on. What have I done? Let's take some additional metal. What you doing, babe? Why you turning? Did I find... Oh, I think I found a hole. Oh, what you doing, my friend? Coming out of this hole, please. Thank you. Thank you. There we are. So let's go on our white spot. I guess that was a mole hole. What fits? Down trim it. What you doing, Not again. Come on. And up we go. Come on. There we go. Yeah, lots of mole holes. Maybe just one plane wasn't enough to flatten them. There's a Concorde. Pity we won't see her, because I don't have her. That was a good one, Phantom. That was a good one. Holy moly, it's a moly holy. So, next stop will be Trakai Castle. I'm curious if we're gonna see it, if it's modeled in the sim, or if it's just a Lego building. Maybe a flat photograph. Cheers. Some good tea. you take it, the landscape is very peaceful here. Not much industrialization. Yeah, I found them. Or some of them. Who are not in the castle. In the... Oh boy. Slow. Speak. Slow. Thank you. There are quite many who are not built in the sim. And just pictures. It also took about a half year to have the Viennese castles like Schloss Schönbrunn or Schloss Belvedere into the sim. And they are POIs of Vienna, so let's see if we see something. At least I see a pin back there. We overflew it, okay. Doing a circle back. Well, this castle is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, so it's not quite a small one. I need to go back to my waypoint 6. So slowly, a bit down. Let's see if we see it. That's a beautiful castle. I got pictures. But I want to see it first in the sim, if it's there. For the Trakai Castle, they also did around this area a national park again. Slowly but surely. No. Is it? It should be here. Whatever that is. That's the castle. Or should be the castle. That's it. That's something else. No stalling, thank you. Let's fly back. Ka-ching! This should be the castle. Well, go home, Sim, you're drunk. Okay, this does not look like a castle, because the castle is the whole island. Not just this building here. That's the whole island. That's what it should look like. Isn't it beautiful? Well, if you look closely, that big building complex should be the one part of the whole complex. This here is what we see as a building, so that's not at all correct. The Trakai History National Park is founded in 1992. It's 25 kilometers of Vilnius, and the forests and villages are also under this park category classifications of the IUCN. It's the only history national park in whole of Europe. Vilnius is the seat of the Roman Catholic. Oh, did I? Yeah, I did wrong click. Ah, there we go. The parallel chains of hills and ridges formed by the glacier alternate with the narrow and deep or wide and flat lake ridges. There are 32 lakes in this national park. The largest lakes is the Lake Glev with 21 islands and our castle here. The cleanest of all the lakes is Akema Lake. So, yeah. Looks a bit different in real life than in sim. So they have a lot to do to put in the beauty, what's around. Let's fly to Vilnius. Bye bye. Yep. Am I on course? Yay! Found it. This looks nice. Is this a power plant? Yeah, probably. I found it again. Generic scenery. Oh, there's the International Vilnius Airport. There it was. Somewhere here should be. Cute little airport. Somewhere to our left side. Yes, there's a good shot. Guess I found it. At least it looks like an airstrip. I'm sure there are no mole holes. No moly holy. And I found generic scenery again. Not the first time that it happens on the world tour. Landing gears down. Nose down. Well, we got a bit in the green. But we did it. Only thing I don't like with the Spitty is if you're in the cockpit view, you don't see over your nose. Thank you. Let's roll a bit back. But it sounds really nice. That blubbery in the front. But I don't want to pay the petrol prices which comes with her. Don't think about the petrol prices. And she's a hungry bird. Actually, let's fill her up again. She ate about 80 gallons for this hour. And I wasn't even flying to her limits. So as we fly, next stop over the capital. I just want to do this on the ground. But we can look afterwards where we maybe see some of these buildings. I need to get that back on. Well, yeah, this was just cruise power. I tried to stay beyond the 190 knots, just 180 something. Well, Vilnius is the capital and the largest city of Lithuania. Who would Who would have thought that? Let's put this a bit. With a population of 592,389 people counted in 2022. The population of Vilnius functional urban area, which stretches beyond the city limits, is estimated about 706,000 as of 2019. Maybe we will see the Gediminas Tower. That's the castle of the duchies, the old town. Maybe we'll see something of that in the sim. I hope so. Vilnius is the seat of the Roman Catholic Archdiocese of Vilnius, and with the university founded in 1579, a heck long back, one of the oldest university cities in Europe. So 1579. I don't know actually when Vienna started to be an academic city, but I don't think that far back. In 2009, together with the city of Linz, it bore the title of the European Capital of Culture. Yeah, looks nice. Vilnius was a Baltic foundation from the very beginning, unlike the capital of the Baltic neighboring cities Riga in Latvia and Tallinn in Estonia, was never controlled by the Teutonic Order. Couldn't have a hand here. And this is the city by night. Has a very nice view. It's down from the Gediminas Tower, where the old castle was. Unfortunately, some of it was destroyed over time. That's the duchy seat. The capital of Lithuania developed into the center of an extensive empire that had its height of power about 1618, as Poland, Lithuania temporarily stretched from the Baltic to the Black Sea. Since its foundation, Vilnius has been considered one of the most liberal cities in Europe, which by the course of its history has offered protection to the persecuted Jews from Central Europe and Russia. This is what the city looked like, also the castle complex looked like in the 17th century. Just for comparison, what's standing is the Gediminas Tower. This little thingy up there. Most of the other stuff is gone. Maybe we can see here the outside. We know where it was exactly. Hello, Mrs. Kitty. I should click more precisely. Thank you. As the Jerusalem of the North, Vilnius became the center of the Jewish culture and enlightenment. Around the 1900s, the Lithuanians made up only a small part of the population. During the Second World War, the city lost the minority of its inhabitants and was practically repopulated by Lithuanians and Russians. As its result, its structure is completely different. And Vilnius has also the nickname the Rome of the East. But yeah, that's the palace of the duchy. It's hard to find pictures which are not copyrighted. So, our POIs. Is there? So, beginning in the 16th century, Italian builders created very many barrack buildings in the city. Vilnius Old Town is one of the largest in the Eastern Europe and declared a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 1994 due to the more than 50 churches in the city. Well, 50 churches on, okay, this relatively small city. Wow. So, yeah, Rome of the East, it's called. So, I hope we will see this POI, the Gediminas Tower, from the upper castle. And we have some nice view of the old town. Now that's the plan. Let's see what we see or not see. Yeah, Kitty, I know that's a nice mic. You have slept enough and now you're mischievous? No. Yeah. But they have a very good museum at the location where they preserve the findings very precisely, so I'm sure it's worth a visit if you're in the city. I saw a bit of the museum and it was quite impressive. Of course, everything just from pictures, but you saw much. So let's down trim 3 up in cockpit. There we are. Yeah, and I don't want to say small city, but it does not have more than 1.5 million inhabitants and 50 churches on this small sector. That's impressive. They haven't read about the bombings in the World Wars in that city, so most of the things should be intact from how it was in the old times. There is our Vilnius. Yeah, that's a good thing, because history could endure. That's true. Luckily, some things could be restored. But yeah. Much will be lost forever. So let's see what we see. Good riddance. Who's interested in a TV tower? Yes, the old city was here. This TV tower looks like the Donauturm in Vienna. Same UFO. I need my cheat sheet map. I haven't seen the CNN tower. I can't tell. So, this is the old city. Some kind of park. That's the square. That's the square of our picture down there. Yes, you see my mouse. Hello, kitty. Don't be mischievous. Go to your battery. Throw this down. Here. Yeah, not bad looking. That's the old town with the square. Okay, on the right picture. What's here? This is the market square. Down here. We found something! Woohoo! And there's the Gediminas Tower. And the remains of the castle. Nice! We found something! Yay! Scene. Woo! We found it! Ta-da! I'll scroll out a bit. we see the old structure? Back here. There's the Gediminas Tower. From the look of it, let's look at the model. There's the tower. What's this? This is the base structure. There where the road is was the water. Nice. Well, let's see if we can go down. That is true. Some fortress thingy must be here too, because this looks also very interesting. But you see the much churches here. There's one, there's one. So, yeah. Even with the little Lithuanian flag on it. Ah. It had a flag on it. This is nice. Jumping into a chopper and coming back. Take a picture. Yeah, a lovely detail. Because in real life there is this flag too. Or the H135 that you get for free on Flight Sim 2 is also not bad to fly. And even beginner friendly. I did not crash. Was my first chopper flight with that. And Vilnius looks also like a very green city. ITV tower. Yeah. Well, the H135 could be a bit more detailed, but for free, it's an awesome chopper for beginners. Again, generic scenery. Oh boy, oh boy. Yeah, absolutely. They're doing a fantastic job. I should stay on course. Tut. So there we want to go. You like to hear a small story about Vilnius? The legend, how it was created? Because I have a little recording. It's about 3-4 minutes. We'll set some flight time and story time. Sounds good? Well then, let's start it. I mute myself for the moment.
The Grand Duke of Lithuania, Gediminas, went on a hunt in the sacred forest in the valley of Sven around the year 1323. Gediminas was joined by the nobles of his court. Among his retinue were servants and leaders with large pack of hounds. The great forest was disturbed by the uncommon activity. Though the animals fled into the bushes, the hunters were expert and skilled. Their royal horses were tenacious, and the arrows never missed their target. The greatest trophy of the hunt, a splendid specimen of the great pheasant, was hunted down by the Grand Duke himself. In pursuit of his prize pheasant, Gediminas came to the apex of a high mountain located at the junction of the rivers Neris and Vilnia. The view from the spot was glorious, and Gediminas ordered camp be set at this place. At his command, fires were sparked and furs were spread for sleeping. The day had been tiring. Soon Gediminas was asleep and dreaming. In the dream, he envisioned an iron wolf on this mountaintop. This lone wolf of iron was uttering such howls that they sounded as if hundreds of wolves were bellowing in union. When he awoke, Gediminas spoke of his dream to his courtiers, asking for their thoughts. They were unable to explain it. He then sent for the high priest Crivio Crivatus of the shrine Percunas, the Lithuanian god of thunder, which was nearby. The priest listened thoughtfully to the Grand Duke's rendering of his vision. The priest nodded in deference to the great ruler and reflectively stroked his long white beard. He then pronounced the meaning of the vision. Sire, the Iron Wolf signifies a large and mighty city. The city will stand as strong as iron, and its walls will protect the land from its enemies. The howling means a clamor will arise from its reaching far beyond the country's border and proclaiming through long centuries the glory of Lithuania. Gediminas was pleased with the priest's explanation. Upon returning to his residence at Kernavė, he summoned artisans and craftsmen from around Europe to design and construct a strong and beautiful castle on top of the mountain where he had dreamed of the Iron Wolf. When the castle was completed and Gediminas moved his domicile, signaling the establishment of a new capital for his country, Vilnius.
Was this a nice story? I hope you liked it, because this is one of the legends which have been told about this city. Yeah. Very interesting. I like that story when I first heard it. Or read it, more likely. So I wanted to share it with you guys. So now let's make some music again. Some cloud surfing here. With other countries to come, let's see which story we find. I'm looking forward to those countries who are far away, like down there in Africa. We find such legends. Maybe find some meaning. Cotton candy. Fluffy cloudage. The Nordic regions will be very interesting, I guess, with the stories who begin with legend has it. Sure, there's something to find. Our world tour. Okay, we fly around the world. Try to take so many countries we can. We're also learning. Even when just bits and bobs stay within our memory, it's knowledge we gained. Bit slowly. Thank you. I will post this PowerPoint presentation. Exactly. Phantom. I will post this PowerPoint presentation afterwards in the Discord when we leave Lithuania. Then you can read the story about the Iron Wolf yourself again if you like to look at the pictures from the places we were, as I did with the Poland presentation. And I was looking for the next stream into some details of the food here, and this looked so delicious. I was getting very hungry. So, oh my god, this food looks nice. I want to taste it. Maybe I can visit this country someday. Even if it's just for a sightseeing week. Okay, a week would not be enough for it. Not for the to-do list, to visit list. It's just about food time. That's timing. You got an idea what you're gonna get yourself? Or are you lucky and somebody's cooking for you? Ah, da hinten ist eine Wehr. There's a dam. Not familiar with that name. What's that? Oh, we're flying over Kaunas. Ooh, nom nom nom. That sounds nice. Oh, I find I did find an airport by coincidence. Hello airport, bye airport. Na Band. Erasing Enter. Na, wie geht's dir? Alles cool? Then you would be golden in Lithuania and the Baltic states. Ja, bei mir ist alles bestens. Ich fliege jetzt noch zu der kurischen Näherung rüber, an die Ostsee. Dort habe ich meinen Endflughafen. Und nebenbei genieße ich die schöne Landschaft und die gute Company. In Lavatia, I hope I pronounced that right, the neighboring state from Lithuania. They have a dish that looks like a zeppelin, and it's practically dough from potatoes and filled with meat, ham, and onions. Nom nom. Thanks for the follow. Thank you, die Racing Ente. Und ja, wenn das stimmt, bist du die 150. Danke fürs Follow. It looks delish. Does not sound delish. It looks delish. Yeah, the follow kitty did agree. So where are we? We are on course. Nice. We're about 80 miles out for our landing. Short sneak peek. Where is it? Is it? Looks like this. This is delicious. Nom nom. I hope you're hungry now. Or that's also from them. Rolled meat stuffed with ham and other delicious stuff. So I guess they can cook. Yeah. I'm sure. Whilst I was researching, I was searching for the national typical meals. I found another meal which is from Jordanian, down Jordan. Well, there was some kind of lamb chops with yellow rice and some kind of beans. And they said, it's only authentical if you can eat it with your hands. Okay? Yeah, actually fufu, that's some South Africa. You also eat with your hands. Something made out of potatoes and special kind of other potato-like roots. Has a really interesting consistency. Yeah. You can do very much with potatoes. Potatoes. You know Gollum, do you? What are taters, my precious? What are taters? Potatoes. You cook them, you mash them, you put them in stew. But this scene was even funny in the German translation. They did a very good job. Yep, den netten Fisch. Gib ihn uns roh und scharf. zappelnd. Der haltige garstige Bratkartoffel. The horizon gets blue. There's a slight hue of blue. Nida Airport will be nice to land. Do we take runway 26 or runway 8? With runway 8 we could get wet feet. Or a wet nose. I thought you might say this. She has quite nice brakes. No, I did not bring a life jacket. I did not want to turn this flight into a cruise. Did not take that extra weight. Can you tell me why I do have to think about that one flight agent from the Southwest Airlines with their comedic safety instructions? Yeah, on YouTube somewhere. The one where the older flight attendant said, it's 2 hours sleep. 2 hours they can think about their wedding proposal, and one of the crew is a bit higher maintenance as the other two. And I heard that the first time I was, what did he say? You would never have this here. They're all serious business. The safety ballet. much wood beneath us. What's that? Yeah, well, you would not have such a thing with the Austrian Airlines, for example, or Lufthansa, or whatever flies here. So I quite like it. Some flight attendants are very good with comedic stand-up. And I think it's all about being different. Have you ever had such a comedic safety ballet on a flight of yours? Yeah, and the people are, I think, keep their attention at the flight attendant. To be honest, I know how the flight ballet works. I just need to know where the stuff is, and the rest goes in there, out there, gone. Oh, pity. But me neither. Okay, serious? Yeah, but nervous? Why nervous? If you're a nervous wreck, the job is nothing you should do. Do I see it wrong? Okay. First days are always hard. Well, about 40 miles out. Bets can be taken if this will be a waterboard. This looks nice. Yeah. In general, the people are off at the moment. a bit off at the moment. The flying is actually safer than driving a car. Is it that bad to drive a car in America? Yeah. Yeah. That's true. But I like to watch dashcam videos of American drivers where I think so, oh boy, how did they got their license? Some dashcam videos are very, oh my god, to look at. Unregulated. Why unregulated? Don't you have your rule book? Let the be the sea. What? The license renewal tests. Okay. Okay. Do you lose your license so regularly, or do they expire, or because if you don't do stupid things over here, like driving drunk 3 times and get caught with it. Ah, okay. I did not knew that, because here in Austria they do not. You have them as long as you think you're capable to drive, you can give them back. And yeah, just annul your license. Or you can lose it by doing very stupid things. For example, driving drunk or causing an accident while driving drunk. Then you have, if you lost it because of that reason, you have additional driving school lessons for theoretical stuff and why driving drunk is bad and stuff. All this roundabout why you should not do it. Then there are regular alcohol tests with samples, and it's a whole bunch of stuff you had to do to regain your license. And it's not cheap either, so you pay about 600 to 800 euros to get your license back, additionally to the license. If you lose your license here, it's an ouchie for somebody who gets about 1,300 euros a month. Yeah, it is. And if you lost your license 3 times due drunk driving, you won't get it anymore. Well, here is it so if you lost it 3 times you won't get it back ever. And to lose your license you had to have a really bad accident while being drunk, or you had to be caught 3 times. Always the magical number 3. And so on and so on. Yeah, it really is expensive over here because they don't want people get hurt, other people, for being stupid. So let's see where our airport is. It's beautiful. This actually looks very interesting down there. From der kurischen Näherung. We will hear next time about that. Yeah, you can weed out the dickheads over time. Yeah, that is true. But they're coming enough from the back to the front. There are enough crazy people on the streets. So where's our airport? Somewhere there? But if you say you have so many crazy drivers in your area, then you will feel at home in Praha, in the Czech Republic, because they're crazy in the capital with the driving. Really crazy. We're used to a lot when driving in Vienna, but Praha tops that. Independency. Ah, there is my runway. Runway in sight. Well, India is different. Very different from the driving style what I heard. You have heard maybe from the comedian Fluffy? He has a very nice story about the the Indian traffic. And from what you see from dashcam videos there, or actually videos from there, I believe it 100% what this guy's telling you. Hashtag Momo. Yeah, he's good. Or also when he talks about the bats in this opera house he was on stage down there in India. So we need a bit more speed. We'll follow the sky. So let's see if we get wet feet. There's the runway. Well, there is the runway. This looks so nice here. You got your beach towel with you? And suntan oil? Well, which town? Do we get wet feet? Which parachute? This is interesting. Why are there always trees in front of the runway? What the heck? Can't they do this? Barn doors? Yay! No wet feet. Woohoo! Ha! Or do we hear the waves too? Thank you. I'll do music a bit Do it off. Yeah, you hear it. Now, let's get a tad closer here. Shh. Can you hear it? The sound of the waves? Did you knew that? You actually hear the waves? Nightsap found out and told me. So yeah, and with this nice wave sound, I will wrap it up here because we are on our last airport. And from here, we will start on Saturday over to Latvia, or Lettland is how it's called in German. So I hope I see you on Saturday. Thank you. Thank you, Phantom. Thank you for being here. Thanks for that follow. The Racing Enter. Yeah. Have a good night, guys. I hope you had fun with our bits and bobs we could look at. Then have a good night. Big cuddle to you guys. And bye.